Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Here we go.
Cunningham. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You talk about this Miami defense.
They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that #1 spot.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots.
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there. But they do convert on 4th. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Cunningham. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay, and early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the hurt? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for.
23 yards, the final tally.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Off play action, it's Cunningham. And he's going to go down again. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw the first one of this game.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
Here we go.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Completes this to Elijah Higgins. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. Big strides. Look at him go. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Elijah Higgins with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. The Patriots at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
You talk about this Miami defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. You got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Watch out for Hill on the return.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go.
2nd and 12.
Here's Tannehill. Open man is Higgins. That one covers 29 yards. First down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Keon White in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Keon White. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get him down here at the 23. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4.
Jake Bailey on down the punt here on 4th down. The all-pro return man Marcus Jones deep for New England.
Taking it about the 16. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
The Cunningham's throw here taken in by Gesicki.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here's Cunningham. He's going deep for Brown. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Tannehill's throw pulled in by Schwartz.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
From the red zone now, Tannehill on the move to his left. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Ryan Tannehill, a 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
He's going to try and do this himself. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A play fake. Now Cunningham. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
And this returnable for Hill.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And with a 14-0 lead, they may just try to get this to the locker room.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st down, Tannehill. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
And 22 more yards there and another first down.
Hill left the powerful Kansas City offense last season and really improved the Miami one. A 4th All-Pro nod for the burner and only the 11th 1,700-yard season in league history. Adds a catch and first down to his follow-up campaign there.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw caught by Higgins.
4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add onto their lead. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Patriots, nothing.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
A very one-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
On second down, a run by H.A.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one good for 33 and a first.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Now it's Tannehill.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's a first down, and that catch also puts him at 150 yards receiving now for the game.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now a second and 10.
Now Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. Tannehill.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Pack to 60, pack to 60. Cut up. 18, pioneer.
On first down, it's Cunningham. And that'll be incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting to 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Stevenson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Wraps all 80. 7 pirates, 7 pirates. Ready, right?
Cunningham. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now Hill to return it. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Tannehill. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 24 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. H.A. not 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 42 yards on the ground for him so far.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now, hold on a second. Why would they decline that, Charles?
I don't have a good answer for you, but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards. Minimum.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. And this makes 0 sense.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Play action. It's Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Running right, here's A-Chain.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And this is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Off play action, it's Cunningham. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
He'll buy some time right.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 73 yards. And the Patriots are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead now down to 20.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Now an option play on 2nd down. They give to A-Chain on the option.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
62 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Miami.
First down, they go back to A-Chain.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Complete to number 17, Jalen Waddle.
The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
They'll run for it with A-Chain. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
And the Dolphin first down.
Come and see this.
Open man here, Schwartz, complete.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
And he is caught.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Option handoff now to A-Chain.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Right there, hurt.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami.
Devon A-Chain, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready, break.
On 1st and 10, Cunningham. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Forced out to his left.
And he gets this to Thornton.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Cunningham to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. And second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Cunningham looking to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Ready.
On third and goal, they're going to run the option.
And they'll get him down here about the 5-yard line.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Buying time to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down pass from the 5 falls incomplete, and the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. And they'll indeed take a knee. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Dolphins, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will...